What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for you. Today is Saturday, February 4th, 2023. It's about 10:30 a.m. here in Austin, Texas, Central Time. We still got 9 games on the slate, and the prop board is filling up. It is filling up, but there are still a lot of teams that are not present on the board. Rockets, Nuggets, Warriors, Hawks, from what I can see. I have 2 player props for you that I want to share and then give you my insight as to why I like these 2 props. I have one honorable mention, and I will go over a quick rebounds and points prop that I will be playing in a couple of slips, but I did not want to make it one of my main picks. But I want to share this with you because I believe there's a possibility that it could get bumped in the near future, like in a couple hours. A lot of juice is coming in on this prop. It's actually doing well on the books because the books have this prop one higher than what you see on Prizepicks, so everybody's hammering the over on this. So it's only a matter of time, I think, before it gets bumped up. Spam Adebayo over 31.5 points and rebounds. So books have it at 32.5. Prizepicks has it at 31.5. Typically, when you see this kind of discrepancy, it's only a matter of time before it gets bumped up, and they correct it, just like they corrected all of Tyler Herro's props. Like his assists went up, his rebounds and assists went up, his PRA went up. Yeah, everything just bumped up for Tyler Herro. So maybe Bam is next. So if you like it, lock it in while you still can at this 31.5 number. All right, let's talk about the 2 props that I have selected. Vooch over points, rebounds, assists, 17.5, and this is all. That's a first half prop. I set that all mixed up. Vucevic over first half PRA 17.5. There you go. That's a little bit more clear. And then CJ McCollum over 5.5 assists. So let's dig into Vooch real quick. So I'll give you a couple reasons why I like these numbers so much. Aside from averaging 21 over his last 5 and 10 games, and aside from the Charlotte game just being just a bad matchup for him, he doesn't play this team well, hasn't played them well, in the last 2 games. Bad game against Oklahoma City where he only attempted 4 shots in the first half, made 2 of them, 2 assists, 4 rebounds. Very, very poor first half. Wasn't in foul trouble, played almost 20 minutes that first half. So just didn't have a good game. Those happen, but for the most part, he is having good games. So 7 out of the last 10 games, he's giving you 20 plus. Well, 19 here, but still, it's a lot of production. Good matchup for him. Because Jusuf Nurkic is not in the lineup, he's sitting out this game for the Portland Trail Blazers. Drew Eubanks is doing a fine job filling in for Nurkic, but Drew Eubanks, I don't believe, is talented enough or skilled enough to keep up with Vooch, handle Vooch. So it's possible that the Bulls come out and try to exploit that mismatch in the first half and funnel a bit more offense through Vooch. But even if the offense stays the same, Vooch is going to get his on putbacks, rebounds, and ones, assists. Like, he just does a little bit of everything. So I do like Vooch over his PRA. His rebounds look good, over that time frame. And then his assist, giving you 3 assists, average 3 assists over his last 10 games. 7 and 6 rebounds there. And then points, double-digit points. So he's doing it. So that's one play that I like for today. First half PRA 17.5 over for Vucevic. And then the second play is going to be CJ McCollum over 5.5 assists versus the Los Angeles Lakers. And I'll show you why I like this so much. So we're really used to taking CJ McCollum over on his points, right? He was on that heater without Ingram and Zion in a lineup. And even with Ingram back, he still has gone over basically gone over 20 points every game, which is great. But he needs 24 points today. I'm not saying he can't do it, but I think he can actually clear the assist prop, a little easier, more easily. So here are his assist numbers over his last 10 games. Last 4 games here, Ingram has been back in the lineup. So 3 out of the 4 games with Ingram in the lineup, he's hit 6+ assists. I don't think that's a coincidence. Ingram being back in the lineup provides another option on the floor that can score, who can create his own shot, who can, do it mid-range, who can drive, who can hit threes. So McCollum does have another option out there. And we're so used to seeing McCollum score all these points, we forget that he is a pretty good passer. He can dish the ball and set his teammates up really well. So I like this number. Now, let me show you what this looks like without Brandon Ingram in the lineup. So without Ingram in the lineup, McCollum is only averaging 5 assists a game. And that's the difference that a player like Brandon Ingram can make. And go back to the available. It looks a lot better, right? So while Ingram in a lineup is going to soak up a lot of usage, and you might see McCollum's points per game dip a little bit, he's still going to have the ball in his hands, and he's still going to have extra opportunities to assist and rack up dimes throughout the game because you have one of your star players back in the lineup. Brandon Ingram is an immediate upgrade over anybody who was filling in for his role. I don't care how talented those guys are or what the potential is on those guys. Brandon Ingram is clear above those guys, whoever they are. Herb Jones. Trey Murphy has done a great job too, but I'll take Brandon Ingram over any bench player they got any day of the week. So those are the 2 plays that I like today, and those are the 2 plays that I am going to lock in, that I have locked in. I will keep locking these in a few different slips, along with a few other plays that I am really big on. Create a few 5-man and 6-man slips. My honorable mention is another first half prop. And we're going to go over to the points category and go with Jalen Williams. Well, let me select the right category here. Jalen Williams over first half points. And I like this for a few reasons. So I went ahead and pulled up Jalen Williams' shot chart here, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull up his numbers over on props.cash. And we're gonna go to first half, and gonna go to points for Jalen Williams. So Jalen Williams has seen a slight uptake in minutes over the last 7-8 days. His shot volume is, he had mid-month of January, nice volume, and then it dips, and then we see it take a trend upwards, 7-6, 5 and 6, and 3-point attempts went up against the Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets opened up opportunities for players that other teams won't, so which bodes well for this prop. Free throw attempts went up against the Houston Rockets, which means they're fouling him. They're fouling him on shots. He's making his free throws. So check this out. So back in November, when these 2 teams played, back in November, Jalen Williams had 6 points. Okay? Jalen Williams played 15 minutes in that game in the first half. He took 7 shots. He was 3 of 7, 0 for 2 from 3. Let's look at his shot chart. So back in November, Um, Jalen Williams was taking a bunch of threes. Look at this. All around the world. Mid-range, here and there. But a lot of his points comes in the paint, right? Driving, drawing fouls, or trying to draw fouls. And this is like first month of the season. Now look at his shot chart now, January. So fewer threes, heavily concentrated over on this side. So it looks like he's finding his shot. This is where he wants to stay, and he's taking a three. He's going to be in this range. Less mid-range, right? Not as much. And still the same amount of paint points, but now you have this area over here. So now he's finding his area. Hey, man, I want to live in the paint. I want to live here close to the elbows. And then when I shoot a three, I want to shoot it from this area over here versus all over the place. It looks like he was just trying to see what worked. And his percentages were super low. Look at that, 21%, 30%. Not as much, right? Not as much. This area compared to this area, look at that. Look at that. So I'm seeing a player who's finding his shot. I'm seeing a player who's getting better, who's evolving, who's getting more confident, who knows what he wants to do. He wants to find his spot on the court, and he wants to go and score in those areas. So because he's found his three, or he's, shooting more threes from that one spot, I don't think that's a coincidence that his three ball is hitting a little bit more, especially against the Rockets. 0 for 2 in this game. Had he just made one more, had he just made 1 3 versus the Rockets, that would have put him over on his points prop for the first half. So I like this. I like Jalen Williams over his 6.5 first half points. I think it's a little low. So I will be playing this as well. But these are my two main guys. Vucevic over 17.5 first half points, rebounds, assists. And then McCollum over his full game assists, 5.5 against the Los Angeles Lakers. So there you have it. That's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel, checking this video out. Do me a favor, leave me a comment below, letting me know who your favorite prop on the board is today. Who have you locked in? Why have you locked them in? Also, let me know what you think about these looks, these observations going into this 9-game slate. Do you like them? Do you hate them? You love them? You want to leave them? Either way, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Truly, truly appreciate you stopping by the channel and just talking some basketball props with me today. Best of luck to you tonight. And until the next video, Chavez is out.